So we're looking at arranging M people into R seats. And in this situation, this is kind of like you're choosing R people, but R is less than N. You know, like, so you might be choosing 3 from 5 and you're putting them into different positions. So in how many ways can you seat 10 people into 6 seats? So when you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you look at this, you have 6 seats, but you have 10 people, so they're not all going to fit. So it's about multiplying and looking at your choices. So in that first seat there, seat 1, we could have 10 people to choose from. In the second seat, we have 9. In the third seat, we have 8. In the fourth seat, we have 7. And in the fifth seat, we have 6. And in the final seat, we have 5 people. Okay, so if you look at that, you just multiply those numbers together, and that will give you your answer. I just want you to realise that that is actually the same as having 10 factorial on 4 factorial, okay, because you can see that the last part, it's a proper factorial there, but what's happening, and this will come up later when we look at what's called permutations. The 4, 3, 2 and 1 is missing. So the 4, 3, 2 and 1 has just been divided out. Okay? See how it's divided out? And that leaves you with like 10 factorial on 4 factorial, because this has divided out and left you with 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. Okay, you can just put that in your calculator. I'm not going to calculate that to work it out. In how many ways can you choose 3 people from a group of 8 to be captain, vice, captain and secretary? So there's only 3 positions. Okay, so you're putting them in positions the same as you are up here. So therefore the order actually really matters. So you multiply the possibilities. So in that first seat, we have 8 people and we have 3 places to put them in. So in the first one, we have 8 choices. In the second seat, we can choose from 7. And in the third one, we have 6. And then you just put that in your calculator to work it out. Once again, can you see that is 8 factorial, which the tail end, which is 5 factorial, that's what's cancelled out. Because it's 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And cancelled out is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So they're crossed out, and see how, and the 5 factorial, the 5's crossed out. See, that's why you're left with 8 times 7 times 6. But that's okay. You don't need to really know that yet. We'll look at that later. In how many ways can you put 6 people into a rowboat? Now, I probably should be a little bit clearer. The rowboat has 6 people. That's a funny looking rowboat. And there are 2, they sit like this. Okay, so probably should be in the question. Here's your boat. There's your seats. This is the front and this is the back. Okay, so let's look what the restrictions are, and let's do the restrictions first. So you got 6 people to put in the rowboat, 3 on each side. That's probably what the question should say, 3 on each side. Okay, now what we have here, we have a couple of different things. So 2 particular people must be at the front of the boat. So let's take those 2 people, A and B first. So you could have A and B, or you could have B and A. So that's 2 choices for the first person to go on this side, and then 1 on the other. So it's 2 times 1. And then we've got to sit, one particular person has to be on the left side. So when you're facing the front, this would be the right side, and this is the front, and this would be the left. So 1 person must be on the left. So we'll seat them, so that's 1. So we've now seated 3 people from 6, so that means we have 3 people left, because 6 minus 3 is 3. So when we go to seat these next people, we have 3 for that seat, let's say there, and then we have another 2 here, then we have another 1 here. So that's going to be 2 times, we just multiply all these. The ones are kind of unimportant, I'm going to put them in anyway. So 2 3s are 6. That would be 12 different ways that you could organise this boat.